Hey, this is Will, the Cardboard Minute. Today I'm going to be playing Dune Imperium. This is a cross between a worker placement game and a deck building game. If you don't understand what those terms mean, that is fine. You will know by the end of my rules explanation on how to play the game. There is plenty of fun conflict and crunchy game mechanics to be had, but it's still a relatively easy to learn game. So we're going to do an overview, as well as I'll cover some differences for the solo mode setup that I will be playing. This game is based on the movie of the book. You could say that because the artwork and the characters are all very much inspired by the look and feel of the movie, the actors from the movie, as well as the artistic vision and technology of the movie. You will see that really come through the board game. But it's still very much Dune. There's stuff in here that is not in the movie, but is in the books. And maybe I'll touch on that a little bit here and there as we're playing. But let's head down to the table. I'll teach you guys how to play, and I'll give you my thoughts on the game at the end. So first thing you need to know is that this game is always played essentially at 3 or 4 players. What we have here is called the House Hagal deck, and this will be simulating. In this case, with solo, it will be dictating what 2 of the different AI control players will be doing. If you play this game with 2 people, it would then simulate 1, and then there'll be some cards to change out. And playing at 3 or 4 players, you do not need to use it. You can just play as is, and the game is perfectly well balanced for that. The AI player does keep the pressure on so that the game always feels tight and competitive throughout. And you'll see how that works at the end of my rules overview as I begin the solo and cover how the solo works. So first, this is a deck building game. Each player starts off with a deck of 10 cards. Everyone has the same selection. And you're gonna have your deck shuffled and draw a hand of 5 cards. Now these cards will have a bit of multiple different uses for them. You will see how the card is designed here. We have the name of the card, some fantastic artwork from the game. Then we have a series of symbols down the left side, a space in the gray area here, which let's give you an option of something a little more interesting. There we go. Let's take one of these from the market. So symbols down the left, things in the middle, and then something at the bottom. As well as the cards from the market will have a cost that you'll need to pay during the reveal phase and how to acquire those, which we'll get to soon enough. What we're really looking for here is the symbols on the left in this gray area. So in player order, starting from the person who has this worm token, each player will be playing a card from their hand, which will dictate where they are allowed to send their agents. Now, each player starts off with 2 agents. You will be able to purchase another one. For the sake of the solo mode, the solo player has some agents kind of hidden underneath some of the different conflict cards. And there is a guide in the rule book on how to set that up based on what difficulty level you want. I will be playing on the veteran or the Sardaukar victory difficulty, which is kind of like normal or medium difficulty. And it also has the least amount of extra rules overhead. So we'll get to that. So what you'll be doing in your turn is playing a card from your hand. And then based on the symbols, you will get to send an agent to one of those locations. The agents are these little figures here. And these symbols match different locations around the board. So we have, like you see, these symbols here are down the side. Along this side here, we have 4 different tracks, each with 2 different actions shown by these boxes associated with them. They represent the different major factions in the Dune universe. We have the Emperor, the Spacing Guild, the Bene Gesserit, and the Fremen. By taking one of the actions, you will be increasing your influence with those factions by raising your cube up 1 space when you successfully take the action. If you get to the middle space here, you will be at the point where there is this little globe symbol that indicates a victory point, shown on the track on the right here. The game will end on a round in which one player is at 10 or higher. So keep track of how far you are and how close you are to ending the game. Now, eventually, a player will get to the top of this track here, which they will get to claim another victory point and a token showing that they have an alliance with that faction. There's also an extra bonus of what you will achieve. This, however, can be stolen for you if another player were to pass you on that track. Anytime something like a alliance token is stolen from you, you will have to reduce your victory points to reflect that. Now, what different actions do, here we have a cost on the left side, and then what you get on the right. And they could be a combination of Solari, which is like the currency in the Dune universe, these cubes, which represent the various troops you have, water, and various cards and card effects. Also, special cards, which are called intrigue cards. I put the deck here because it's small and I didn't want it hiding too far out of the way from the camera. But you would normally have that off to the side so for easy access. And each of these actions are a little bit different and all equally as good depending on what you can do. So for example, here we have 5 Solari, 2 troops, and a 1 intrigue card. 5 troops, 2 water. But now importantly, every time you see a little sword symbol on the bottom of an action, that means that you get to bring your troops into battle. So next we're going to look over here on the battle section of the board. There's a little circle which represents the garrison that each player has troops stored in temporarily, and they can stay here from round to round. Now, anytime you see an action that just gives you straight up cubes, you would put them in your garrison. If there is, however, a little cross sword symbol, and usually kind of a picture of the dune surface, that means that the troops from this action, you can choose to place them directly into the conflict. In this case, if I paid the guild highliner 6 spice, I could put 5 troops straight in and get 2 water from the supply. Now, every time also there's a sword icon, you may also add up to 2 more troops from your garrison into battle. Of course, you can always choose to put less in the battle, especially if you think you're already assured victory. Here we have the warp card, which there's 3 different cards that you can acquire in different parts of the game, either by purchasing them or using the different factions. The Band Gesture will let you trash a card, which means remove it from your discard pile or your hand from the game, and then gain 2 more cards. We have Influence, the Intrigue, and Troops and Water. We also have some locations on Dune's surface. The different sieges or cities on Dune will give you different bonuses, often involving troops or cards. Of course, the Great Flat will cost water, and the Siege to Bar requires you to have 2 influence with the Fremen before you may go there. Now, the Great Flat, Haga Basin, and the Imperial Basin are where spice can be harvested. Of course, at a risk of there being a worm. You're not going to lose troops in this game, though. The worm does not actively attack you. But how it happens is that at the end of a round, during the Maker phase, which you'll see, any one of these 3 locations that has not been visited by a player will have a spice token added to the little collection, meaning that if you were going to take this location, you would gain 1 spice plus the bonus. And you'll see that there are flags on these 3 locations. There are certain conflict cards, which will determine what the winner of the fight will receive. Sometimes there'll be points. Occasionally, it will be control over those areas, which will let you place your little house flag on the corresponding area, meaning whenever someone else goes there, you can get a bonus. And then we have 2 different off-world actions. We have Comb, or the Combined Nonet Ober Advancer Mercantile Guild. They are a place where you can receive money or sell spice for even more dividends. And then the Landsraad Council, which is kind of like the United Nations in the Dune universe, is where all the different houses from around the galaxy go to debate and set laws and things like that. And here we can buy a High Council seat, which you'll place your token at, meaning that you'll have 2 extra influence for purchasing cards during the reveal phase, which I'll get to. We have a place to get cubes, unlock your extra agent, which, like I showed before, the solo AI has them kind of round timed underneath a certain number of conflict cards. More troops, or hiring the Mentat, which is essentially a temporary agent that joins your side for that round. I have a 5 coin here, so the coins come in 1s and the large ones are 5s. Same for spice, the large ones are 5s. During the solo mode, the cost of the front of the Mentat is actually 5 instead of 2, so that's why I have that there, just to indicate that. So we'll take turns placing agents until you decide that you either don't want to place any more agents or you run out, in which case you'll decide to then reveal or do a reveal turn. So whatever cards you have left in your hand that you had not played that round will get revealed, and then you'll get the bottom part of the card. And this will let you purchase cards from the market display, adding them to your discard pile so that your deck of cards will be built up and more stronger to have better actions later on in the game. After all players have done that and passed, we will resolve conflict with each cube representing 2 different strength, and any red swords that have shown up, for example here in your reveal turn, adding 1 strength to the power. The player who has the most will win the top, and then so on and so forth for the other players. And that is basically how you play. There are some extra symbology you need to know, like there may be additional actions in the gray part of the card, so that when you do use the action to place an agent, you can also trigger the other part. And each player has a certain faction leader with an ongoing ability, as well as a signet ring ability, which will trigger when you play the corresponding card. I have decided to use Duke Leto Atreides, which means that whenever I send an agent to a green space in the board, they cost me 1 Solari less. And when I play my signet ring, I pay a spice, I can gain 1 influence in a faction where I have less, where I have less than an opponent. So let's shuffle up, and then we shall begin. All right, I'm going to place my deck over here. Everything should be pretty visible here. I'm also going to incorporate a new rule from the expansion that will be released soon, the House of Ix, or the Rise of Ix, which at the end of the turns where we buy cards, I'll be rolling 2 dice and removing cards from the market correspondingly. This causes the markets to churn a little bit more, meaning that it's not going to go stagnant. I'll actually get to see more cards and choose from stuff throughout the round, which will be helpful and is a nice kind of additional rule. All right, so to begin here, first we have the Countess Ariana Thorvald, and then I decided to pick her father, Earl Menon Thorvald. So since she is the first player, I'm going to reveal the first House of Gal card. And these are very easily played. All what happens is that you're going to take an agent from that player's turn and place it on the corresponding space, do the action. If this was during combat, during the reveal phase, you would flip over a card and add that much combat strength, meaning that there's a little bit of a surprise factor to whatever combat there is. So she is going to send 1 of her troops down to the selective breeding. There is no cost associated with the AI players. They don't really gain anything except for things like cubes and some money and spices and stuff. But they don't draw cards, they don't trash cards or anything like that. Now there is a conversion chart which I have handy here where if they accumulate certain amounts of cards or spices or water, they can convert those directly for points. So I don't really want them to get away with getting too much resources on their own. So she's just going to go there, and that's going to boost her up 1 on the track the Bene Gesserit. Next, Earl Memnon is going to go up to rally troops, and that's going to give him 4 troops in his garrison. This is not ideal for me. It means he's pretty powerful, and this is a rare first conflict card that has a point. Usually the points don't show up till later in the game. Now it's my turn. I should draw my hand. 3, 4, 5. All right, I don't have a ton of options. I do want to maybe branch out a little bit of diplomacy and go out and visit some places. Now the question is, where do I go first? Do I want to maybe go for some water early with the Fremen so that I can then claim some spice? I think that, let's do that. I'm going to go to the Still Suits location. Let's put the card here and claim a water and a bump up on the Fremen track. We can just see it there. All right, back around again. Ariana is harvesting spice. There is no bonus spice on any locations, so we're just going to reveal another card. Okay, here she is going to go travel to Arrakis. She's going to get a cube added to combat plus 2 more, and she's going to trigger her signet ring, which just gives her water. Earl Memnon is visiting Carthage. He's adding a cube into combat plus 2 more. If you decide to play on the Mentat or the Expert difficulty, the AI will not be constantly dumping units into combat. In fact, they will only place units in if they are potentially winning. But just to simplify things, I'm going to keep it on kind of the standard difficulty. All right, I got 1 agent left. I think it's time to go harvest some spice now. So let's send my agent into the Great Flat. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I wait though. Yeah, if I wait, that's probably better because then I'll get the bonus spice on top of that, which I think could be necessary in order to get an early start on my Swordmaster. So let's see here. What card is not especially useful right now? The dagger. I have no money to start. It's not helpful. I could go to the Hall of Oratory and just get some more purchase power. That would end me with 4, 5, 6 purchase power. Ooh, I could take the Worm Riders. You know what? Let's do that. So I'm going to play the dagger, head up to the Hall of Oratory. I get to put a garrison, my troops. Unfortunately, actually, you know what? When I did my still suit, I think I'm going to add in just 1 of my cubes just to get third place there. Because if you don't contribute in the combat, you can't win anything. All right, and that is it for me. Now we're going to do reveal turns. So Ariana's got 6 different combat power here, 2 for each cube. And then she's going to reveal no extra combat power. Okay. Memnon also has 6 plus 1 extra. He's winning. I have only 2, but I'm going to reveal 4, 5, and then 6 purchase ability. I'm going to buy those Worm Riders. These guys look pretty awesome. Not only if I keep going up on the influence track, I'm going to assuredly get some pretty good combat power just from riding these guys, as well as I could potentially play the spice action. So I'm going to take that. All right, and then let's reward the victors. So Earl Memnon is going to get 1 point. Ariana is going to get a water, which she's at 3 now, so she's going to also gain a point. And I am going to get just a single lonely spice. Not especially ideal. All right, all troops in combat get removed. and reset. Next, the makers are going to kind of burn through here and drop off some spice at all the locations that have not been visited. And, oops, and I'm going to roll the dice here to remove the second and third cards, just to keep things changing a little bit more. All right, now it's time to take our troops back, or our agents back, and continue. First player is going to move on. And Romamnon, what are you doing? He's going to Carthag. All right, he's getting a cube. He's getting an intrigue card. He's also adding 2 more cubes in. And then it's my turn. I should draw my cards. All right, here's my signet ring. Yeah, you know what? I think this is probably going to be good. Do I want a gang? I really want some more spice. You know, 4 is probably playing. Okay, let's play the signet ring here. So this will allow me to send an agent into the Great Flat. I'm going to pay the 2 water and take 3 plus the bonus spice. So this is good. I've got 5 spice now, which is quite a lot. Plus the signet ring ability, I'm going to spend the spice to gain 1 influence in a faction where opponent has more than me. The only one available is the Bene Gesserit, which is fine by me. All right, Ariana's turn. She is going to visit the Fremen. Oops. I never did take that one back. Okay, visit the Fremen. She's adding 2 cubes, and she's sending them all in. She's going up on the Fremen track. All right, back to Romamnon. He's visiting the secrets location here and moving up. Back to my turn. You know what? I shouldn't have taken that from there. I recalled it from the wrong spot. I could seek allies. Yeah, you know, maybe an early from the Alliance might let me use my Worm Rider's card next round. However, if I want to get my agent early, I really need to go and sell some spice. So it's going to hurt, but I think instead I'm going to have to go to sell Melange and sell all 4 of it for $10, which will be key because getting my Swordsmaster early could really help. Oh, you know what? I never revealed next conflict. Oh, it's more points. Okay. All right, Ariana is rallying troops. These are some expensive actions they're taking. Romamnon is visiting Arakeen. Oh, no. He went first. Okay, so he's not visiting anything at all. He is doing a reveal turn. So he's currently at 7 power. And then it's on to my turn. I only have 1 purchasing strength and no power because I don't add swords if my troops are not. Yeah, I guess I could have added troops earlier, but that's fine. So 1 purchase ability gets me a whole lot of nothing, which is unfortunate. And then Ariana also has 6. Oh, and she reveals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she is winning this combat. So she's going to gain the points and control over the Imperial Basin. All right, Romamnon is going to get 2 water, which he already has 1, so he's going to get another point. And I'm going to get nothing. I'm kind of falling behind a little bit here, which is fine. All right, so now it's the Maker's turn. We're going to add some more spice to these locations. They're looking pretty tasty. And then recall troops. And I get to go first. I'm going to shuffle up the deck. So this is part of integral of the deck building jar. Is once your deck runs out, you need to draw more cards. You shuffle your discard pile. And so that new Worm Rider's card is in here somewhere. Oh yes, and turn to markets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 means that nothing gets turned. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And I get to go first. So how important is it going to be to get to certain locations? I have no water, so I can't. But here, I really don't want to give her spice. But, I feel like it's going to happen anyway. So let's, oh yeah, let's see a new conflict card. Oh, just my hand's lame. Okay, I'll let them fight it out for some coins. I'm gonna spend the dagger here, which gives me green, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy my Swordmaster. So I get to spend $1 less because of Duke Leto's influence in the Landsrad. Everybody loves him there. That's why the Emperor is trying to kill him in the movie or the books. And now, Countess. Oh yeah, that's what I was afraid of. She's going to go and she's going to harvest spice. So that's 4 spice for her. And then her father is going to go join the Fremen. And that also means that he'll be putting... Oh, yeah, actually, you want to both be putting troops in. And then it's my turn. I should clean. I do have more troops than they do, at least for 1 round. So I gotta take advantage of this if I can. I want to play my signet ring. Neither of them have more influence than I do. So let's play my diplomacy card, which will let me essentially pick which faction I want to go visit. I think I'm going to go over here, gain a point with the Bene Gesserit. So I'm on the board, I'm on 0, and getting an intrigue card. So these fall under 3 different types. We have cards that you can play as kind of like a bonus action. Like this one lets me spend 7 coins. Oh, you know what? I totally did that wrong. So I spend 7 coins to gain a point. That could be good if I keep getting spice. There are cards that you can play as part of combat to increase your strength, and there are cards that will give you some additional in-game scoring. So I'm going to stick this over here so you guys can see. Hopefully that won't be obscured. Obstructed. The Countess is going to go again, and she's claiming more spice. Sending in more troops. And 2, 3. How many is she at? 3. Oh, she's at 7 already. Oh my gosh. All right, another point for her. All right, the Earl is going to bring in a Highliner. This is the big battle here. He's moving up, and he's gaining 3 cubes are going in and sending everything in. So that's a big move on his part. And I'm the only one left with any kind of troops. So I was hoping to go and claim some spice and use my signet ring. But she's already gone and taken everything, which is not ideal. I could use the blue one to go visit a town. Yeah, let's do that. So blue agent, go visit a town. Do I want a card draw? And a cube? I'm not winning the fight, and I don't really care about the money right now. So let's put a cube in and gain another intrigue card. Oh, recall them agents. Oh, that's essentially like a free turn. That's actually pretty strong. But I'm going to save it because there's nothing I want to do with it right now. All right, the Countess is going to reveal. So she's currently at 8 strength. And he's at 12. So the Countess is adding extra 1. The Earl is adding no extra. And I'm going to reveal 2 purchase power and... Don't really want the Imperial Spy. I mean, he does let me go there. Trash this card, gain intrigue. Yeah, sure. I'll grab it. All right, combat resolves. Let's give $6 to the Earl. So they trade for 7. So that's actually kind of a big win for him, because that's almost a point. She gets 4. They lose everything. And then the makers are going to arrive, drop off some more spice. Then we recall. And let's turn the deck a little bit here. Oh, 2 1s. So that means just the 1 space is going to get removed. Okay, next round, next conflict card. It's a spice, and you get a trash card, and they are getting their extra agents. So, that's not spice, it's a point. So I may actually want to try to go for this one, because the point on trash is pretty good. I am not first, however, anymore. Now it's the Countess. So here we go. She is getting, let's see, a cube. She's going to Arrakis. And she is doing her signet ring, which is a water. All right, the Earl is going to collect spice. Oh, that's a good one too. That's the 4 spices. And let's see what I have. Ooh, I have my Worm Riders. That could be... Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, Seek Allies. So this card gets trashed when I use it, but it'll let me go visit the Fremen. So I'm going to go join them. I have no water, so I'm just going to go claim a water. Go up on the Fremen track, which is going to give me a point. And I'm going to add 2 troops into combat for that. Yeah, this is good, because now, when I do my Fremen Riders, I'm going to add 4 combat power when I reveal this. So that could be pretty good. All right, where's the princess going, or the countess? There's no spice for her to harvest, so she's going to do another one. Conspiring of the Emperor. I should have known. All right, she goes up here and gains 2 cubes. The Earl he can't go to still suits because I'm already there. So I'll draw again. He's going to go get some wealth. And he's just going to go up on the Emperor track. All right, back to my turn. So I could play that for the spice, but I think if I want to win this combat, I think I may want to hang on to that. The dagger. Yeah, I could go to Carthage. Sure, let's go to... Oh, no, not Carthage. I could go to... we don't have enough to buy a Mentat or a High Council seat. Or the Orali troops. Oh, man, there's... I could go to the Hall of Oratory, but that's kind of lame. I could just go get spice. I mean, just go get cash, not spice. You know what, let's do that. Let's go get some cash. So there's 3. Not great, but let's do that. That gives me enough money to do a couple other things. Buying a point eventually could be good, but I might take the High Council next action. All right, selective breeding. She'll be going over here and bumping up on that track, which gives her another point. And Hall of Oratory, okay, and he just gets a cube. All right, so I guess I can't, I could go to the Hall of Oratory. I could go to the High Council. Let's play a dagger. Go to the High Council. Put my dude here. It's only going to actually cost me 4 because of Duke's ability. And then I'm going to play... No, you know what? I'm going to save that plot card because recalling my agents would essentially give me a free turn. I don't want to spend this yet because I'm not necessarily guaranteed the win right now. If they flip over a card and get like 4 swords or something, I'm going to lose. So let's just go ahead and reveal. And I got to shuffle the House Hagal deck. I like sleeving my cards. You'll see they kind of got a shiny plastic sleeve on them. I mostly only sleeve cards that get handled a lot or shuffled a lot, so they don't get kind of dinged up or scratched. And this is the kind of game where you would want to do that. All right, so yeah, as I feared, the Countess is adding 4 to her strength, so she's at 6. Thorvald is going to flip over a card, but he is not actually involved in combat. And then it's my turn to reveal. Thankfully, I had the 2 influence, so I also get to add 4. And a purchase power of 2, plus 2, because I now have a seat on the High Council, so I can actually buy some slightly better stuff. Ooh, the Guild Ambassador is looking pretty good too. I'm going to take him. Okay, so I win combat. I'm going to get a point. I get to trash a card. I'm going to get rid of that dagger. I find is pretty useless. And then second place is a water and a spice for Ariana. And Thorvald gets nothing. All right, then we have the maker phase. So we're going to add more spice to these locations. And I guess turn. 1 and 6. So we'll just get rid of that. See new card. All right, and recall. So we'll clean all the guys, take them back. Okay, first player is going to move to the Earl is first, and flip over. All right, it's 2 influence on different tracks. That is pretty nice, All right, Earl is going to go Harvest Spice. He's going to take the largest combined for 3. Is he at 7 yet? He is at 7. Ooh, ouch, okay. So he's going up in points. And because he's at a combat location, he's going to throw in one of his guys into this fight. I haven't drawn my cards yet, so I'm going to draw the 1. Now I'm forced to reshuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, ooh, I do have the Guild Ambassador. I have no money though. Ooh, I wonder if I combine rally troops with that. Oh, the Worm Riders again. Oh, it might be worth getting into combat just to use that. I don't think I could build an alliance with a Fremen that fast, though. I can't. If I got them all the way up, I would have an additional 2, but maybe I'll just use it for the spice this round. That's, yeah, you know what? That's a lot of spice. So I'm going to use the Worm Riders. Let's go to the Imperial Basin, claim 2 spice, plus 2 more for the Worm Riders. Now, however, that gives 1 to the Countess because she owns that location. All right, she is going to not harvest spice because there's no bonus. She's going back to selective breeding. Boy, yes, the Countess apparently likes to breed. And pump her up on the Bene Gesserit track. Thorvald's going to rally troops again. Yep. 4 troops. He likes his rallying. Okay, and back to my turn. So I do have spice now. I don't have a lot of money. I could go sell spice for cash. That's might be the best bet right now. Yeah, let's do that. Go up here, sell my 4 spice for $10. So that should give me a fair amount of cash to play around with. And you know what? Maybe I'll even, just to use up some cash, I'll even do that now. So I'm going to play my Comb Shares card, spend $7, and just gain the point. Might as well. Here, I'll get rid of that card. All right. More Harvest Spice, not happening. Hull of Oratory. And the cube. Here we have Carthag. And then I could win this combat again, possibly. I need to play something. Oh, you know what? I have nowhere to add troops. Yeah, look, because like I have, these guys have no actions with them. He has a location up here somewhere. I could take the Mentat for an extra, but then that's a waste. Can I not use him? Yeah, the only way to use him would be the Mentat. Oh, that's wasting my cash. And then I can't do anything with the Mentat. Oh, the Mentat lets me draw a card. Okay, all right. All right, so I'm going to spend the Guild Ambassador. Place the agent here. It's going to cost me $4, not 5, because of Duke Leto's ability. I'm going to take the bump up on the guild, which is going to give me a point. And that's going to give me the Mentat, so like a temporary worker, plus a card draw off my deck. And hopefully, yellow, yeah, okay, well, it is what it is. All right, on to Ariana. She's going to go get some more secrets, the Benjesterate, and that gives her an alliance and an intrigue card. That's not good. That's another point for her. The Earl is going to Arakeen. Oh, no, he's done. So that's actually his combat. He adds 1 to his combat. So he's only up 3 right now, which is not much. I was hoping I'd be able to get some combat, but I don't have the water to go to the Great Flat, and these ones are taken. Although I could recall my agent and then go back to the Imperial Basin, but then I have nothing to add to combat. So, you know what, I'm just going to send the Mentat to go get $3. It's a total waste. It's a terrible action, but yeah. Let me turn my deck slightly more. Okay. Oh, you know what, or I could just, yeah, no, that's fine. All right, so, all right, reveal turn for, no, it's just me. I'm the last one because I got the Mental I had extra. So I have 4, 5, 6 purchase power. So I could get the power play, gain 2 influence instead of 1, trash this card. Or I could take Chani, retreat any number of your troops. Oh, you know what? She costs a water. Huh. She would let me go to get the Fremen location more often, though. Or I could try turning a little bit here. So, yeah, spend $2 to go up 1. Yeah, so I'm going to take this one for 4. And then let's buy the Spice Hunter for the last 2. And then we're going to turn 1 and 3. Oh, sorry, I think I just touched my mic. Okay, and I have no cubes in combat, so the Earl actually wins everything. He gets to choose 2 different locations, which would mean he always go up on his lowest. 1, and I think if it's tied, I choose. So, sure, pop him over there, and he gets a point. All right, Gunners. Now for the makers, we're going to add spice here. Well, then we recall. Mr. Mentat is going back home. All right, and first player moves over to me. The next conflict card is Intrigue and 3 points. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do I got here? I got Diplomacy. Oh, I got my Spy. Yeah, I think it's about time I went up to do that one. So let's use my Spy, but the card gets trashed when I use it. And I'm going to go up here and get $2. And move up on there. And I get an Intrigue card. Oh, for water. Okay, I'll just turn that in right away. Okay. Countess. She is going to claim the Hardy Warriors. Oh, I was kind of hoping to go there. And she's going to add 2 cubes, plus 2 more into combat. And go up on Fremen, which gives her a point. She's actually in the lead right now. That's not good. Thorvald is going to go claim some wealth. He can't, because I'm there. So he's going to go to Carthag and put a cube in. Plus 2 more. Now, where am I going to go? If I had spice, I could claim factions, but I don't. I could go pick up 4 spice. And then move up. Am I behind someone? I guess I'm the Bene Gesserit is the one I'm behind on. And I kind of want to spend the 4 spice to conspire with the Emperor. I think that might be good. So let's do that. I'm going to go harvest spice in the deep desert. And this is going to be good for 4. So here's 3 plus the bonus. All right. Arian is not harvesting. There's no bonus spice. Oh, she's using a highliner. Oh, that's not good. Okay, here, increase guild. Add 3 cubes in the combat. Let's push another one in. You can see how the expert mode with the Mentats would be beneficial because then they would not overextend into combat. As it is, there's no chance I'm winning that thing, but at least it's not a point round. No spice for Menon, and then he's folding the space to go up here, and that earns him a point. He's catching up. So, okay, let's go do some diplomacy. We're going to go visit Conspire with the Emperor. That is going to give us a point. And I'm spending that new 4 spice to get $5, which I really don't need right now. 2 cubes and an intrigue card. Shuffle your discard pile into your deck and draw. That could be good since I'm not really getting anything right now. So let's just use that right now. So since I don't have a deck right now, I'm going to shuffle. Draw cards. Ooh, perfect. Okay, and I got tons of cash to blow too. Okay, now the Countess. Oops. All right, she's going to go inspire. She cannot because I'm there. She's going to Arrakis and is going to get a water for signaling ability. She's at 3 now, and that means a point for her. And she gets to put a cube. Dump it straight into combat. All right, the Earl is going to go claim some still suits, and they go up. That gives him another point. And then it's my turn. Okay, here's the big plans here. Play my plot card to recall one of my agents. And I guess it doesn't really matter which one. Then I'm going to use the guild ambassador. And I'm going to go visit rally the troops. So let's get ready kind of for next combat here. So that's going to it's going to cost me $4 for Solari. But I get to take 4 cubes and put them in my garrison. All right. And I get either the guild, which I'm going to take, there. Excellent. Okay, now a reveal turn from the count. Hold on. My first player? Oh yeah, I guess I did a plot card. Okay, so reveal turn from the countess. She's gonna have an extra 1 combat, and holy moly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she's at 18 combat power. Plus 1 is 19. The Earl's at 6, 7, 8, 9 combat power. And then I have no combat power, but 1, 2, 3 purchase. Which is not enough for anything. I could buy the Arrakis liaison, but I think instead I'm just going to pass because there's nothing I really want right now. All right, so combat is won by the Countess. She's getting 3 spice and an intrigue card, which boosts her up to 3 intrigue cards now. So she trades that in for a point. The Earl is going to get 2 spice, and I get nothing. All right, first player is going to move. We are going to have makers are going to fill up some spots here. And churn, 2 and a 5. Sorry, Channy, I did not get to add her card to my deck. Ooh, those would have been good earlier. Okay, and then all these cubes are going to go. The Countess kind of went overboard, but that's fine. All right, draw 5 more cards. I think we're almost done. 2, 3, 4, 5. I also think I'm not winning this, which is fortunate. All right, next card. Ooh, 2 points and control over Arrakeen. Oh, I may have to throw some troops into combat here. Now that I've got so many. Okay, diplomacy, Fremen's. Okay, all right, so Countess is going to go full space. Oh no, that gives her a point. Ooh, she's almost at 10. Okay, I can't let her win. And then the Earl is going to select a breeding. It's his turn. There, for purple. And, oh, I never took all my guys back. I need to get up the tracks pronto. It's too bad I couldn't take the fold space action. That would have been ideal. But maybe I should take the Emperor to get up there. Oh, you know what? I have 2 Fremen cards. Yeah, okay. So, first one, Space Hunter. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add 2 into combat. I'm getting a water. I'm gonna bump on the Fremen. And hopefully I'll be able to use that water soon. All right, Arian. Oh, okay, Arian still suits. She can't do it. So she's taking the Hall of Oratory for a cube. All right, then the Earl is going to go next. Ah. All right, Earl, where are you going? Fold space. Can't. Inspire. Okay, here we go. Inspire, that gives him 1 bump at the Emperor track and a point, and 2 cubes. Too little, too late, because I am going to do some diplomacy with the Fremen, spend my water, and I get 2 troops, which I'm going to put in combat, along with 2 more, and that's going to push me up here to the top, which is going to give me water and a point. All right, let's see what kind of danger we can get into. Okay, rally troops. Oh dear. She's adding some troops into combat. The Earl is going to Arrakis for some cubes and the Signet Ring, which is a spice. And I have only 1 action left. I could go to Siege Tabur for some more water. Now I have the Fremen on my side. Oh, I could go get spice and then raise myself on a track. Oh, whatever. The opponent has more than me. There's nothing that's going to give me more points for doing that right now. So instead of doing that, I think we're going to go to maybe one of the green or the blue. Yeah, green's not helpful for me. A Mentat would be just a waste of money, although I would get to draw a card, potentially for more locations. You know what, that might actually be worth it. I'm going to spend $4 to get the Mentat, draw cards. Oh, my Worm Riders. All right, nice. Oh, I've basically won combat right now. Okay, Ariana is going to go get some wealth. Oh, no, she's done. She's revealing. She has no troops in combat. Earl reveals nothing, so he's just at 6. I'm at like 12. And because of that, I do not need to use the Worm Riders for combat. So I'm going to reveal play the Worm Riders now. Place my Mentat at Carthage. So I can load up some troops here, get another intrigue card. I'll start my turn. Draw a card. You may pass your turn. Oh, okay. If I'm still around next round. All right, and then I'm the last one, so I'm going to take a revealed turn for 2. Plus 2 is 4. Yeah, let's grab the Spice Must Flow, the Guild Bankers. All right, so I am winning this location. That is 2 points, and I now control Arrakis. Fortunately, this is not enough to push me over a win. If only I had 1 more point somewhere. If I had like one bump on the guild, that would have done it. But alas, the card that I drew is not helpful. Okay. Anyways, so I got some points. We're going to give a intrigue card. Oh, to the Earl. So he's actually got 3 now. Gives him a point. And he's getting 2 spice. And $3. Oh no. So that means he's got $7 already. For another point. Oh no, where it's a 3-way tie for 1 point away. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a close last round, I think. All right, the makers are going to come and drop some spice off at all these locations, because nobody's collected any. And then, actually, let's turn. Whoops. 1 and 6, so it's just the first card. Which this is probably going to be the last round anyways. I don't think we're going to get another turn of buying stuff. Return workers. Earl is first player. I really need to get more points than everyone else at this time. It could be tough. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle. Four, 5. Okay. Oh no, I have like nothing. All I have is the Emperor one. Oh, but I can. Ooh. That could be it. Okay. All right, Earl, where are you going? Spice, of course. He's gonna get one of the most total. So 3, 4, and 4. If they both have the same amount of spice, doesn't matter. Oh, most bonus spice. Okay, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know why he has 7 spice again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually another point for him. Oh, I forgot to reveal the next conflict. And okay, it's 2 more points at Carthage. And since he went to get spice, he's going to throw his troops in. We are in dire straits here, I tell you. I did not draw good cards. Okay, I'm going to most bonus spice. I could get 3 spice there. It's not enough. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do firm grip, so I get to go visit the Emperor here. Unfortunately, I don't have the spice, so I'm just gonna get that. Get 2 coins, but I'm gonna spend 2 coins to getting an influence somewhere else. So I'm gonna do the guild, which puts me up to the lead of the guild, which gives me another point. And $3 more. Or Solari, or whatever. All right, Ariana is going to the Oratory. Lame, that's fine. Thorvald is going to Carthage. Oops. And there he's getting 1 cube, he's putting in combat. I need to get to combat somehow and fast, but I can't. So I'm going to use my plot card, start my turn, I can draw a card, and I may pass my turn if I want. Draw. Fremen Bonds. Going up in Fremen would let me add things in there, but all I really need is oh, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's I don't know, I could release some spice right now. Or troops. Here we go. Okay, Reconnaissance. I'm gonna go in to Siege Tabar. Yeah, I think that's the one I want. Oh, unless I just want to go to Arrakis. It does the same thing. Okay, so here I get a cube. I can put straight into combat, plus 2 more, and I get to draw a card. Ooh, my guild bankers. That might be. Oh no, I don't have enough spice for it. Spice must flow is 3 less this turn, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could just buy a point. It's all going to hedge on winning this combat. All right, Countess is going to harvest spice. So she's going to go here, gain a 3 spice, and 4, 5, 6, 7. That's another point for her. So we're tied at 10 now. The game is definitely going to end. But she gets to throw 2 troops in. Earl is also harvesting spice. So he's going to get another 4. Not enough for bonus point, thankfully. However, yeah, he's got no troops. Okay, back to me. And I'm the last player to go. Okay, I need to math this out here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's enough for a spice must flow. This, by the way, spice must flow is essentially you're buying a point for 9 influence. I could still go to a green location. No, that's not helpful. Oh, the Mentat. Oh, we got lots of money. Okay, yeah. Go here. $3, $4. Get that Mentat. And draw a card. Oh, diplomacy. Oh, I have no spice though. Okay, anyways. Okay, reveal turns for Ariana. She's at 4 combat. +2. Get the Earl. This is going to be the big one here. He is at 6 combat +1. Yeah, I'm at 6 combat. But I still have 1 more turn left. Okay, I need to save 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to save that for combat. So where can I go? Oh yeah, the Fremen. Okay. Yeah, because I can't pay for Conspire. That would have been nice. Guilds, I can't pay for that. I'm already at the top. Bene Gesserit, I could try my luck with an intrigue card, but what's the point? So let's just go to Fremen. Here it's going to cost me a water, which I still have. And I get to add 2 cubes to my combat, and I can put both of them in as well as 2 more. So here we go. We are at, that's my reveal turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm at 14, 15 for revealing that. I have a Fremen bond, so I get a spice. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is enough to buy a spice must flow. Give me another point. Then reveal combat, resolve combat here. So I'm winning with 2 points. And then we have, just to do catch up here, second place is the Earl. He's getting an intrigue card, which does nothing for him but 3 spice, which will convert into a point. So he's actually up 1. And then 3 spice for Ariana, which does nothing. Okay, and that is game. Whew, that was a close one. I did manage to pull off a couple points at the end. So let's head back up to the top, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. And that was Dune Imperium. So this game is very exciting. And as you can probably see, there is lots of tossing and turning. I guess that you can see that there was a close fight to the finish, right to the end, and it was only because of some tricky card play and well thought out moves that I just managed to pull on top and win. And it was close, and I was only playing on normal difficulty. There is an even harder difficulty where the AI is using less of their cubes. They're just trying to win by a little bit instead of a lot. So it's pretty risky, but so much fun. This game has been making some pretty big splashes in the board game world. The combination of worker placement, which is like placing a dude on a location to take a specific action, but now the action is blocked to everybody else, combined with the deck building, so you're adding cards to your deck and then playing them, dictating where you're allowed to go as well as some bonus actions, or saving it and revealing it in order to get something on top, is just brilliant. The fact that you're trying to decide, do you want to use your cards to get better locations, or do you want to save them and hoard them so you can buy better cards so you can do more next time? That kind of push and pull is very interesting, and it makes you feel more and more powerful as you play the game. I probably only acquired, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only got 6 cards in the game, really, compared to my starting deck of 10. But like, look at this cool stuff. I've got like the Worm Riders, where if that encouraged me to go up on the Fremen track, but for massive combat bonuses or spice, or the Guild Ambassadors that essentially I get a free guild increase. That some of those choices probably won me the game, because I did end up with both the Fremen and the Guild alliances at the end. All right, so component quality, the cubes are okay. Everything is easy to see. I have some questions about color blindness friendly with the red and green, but they're darker colors, so I'm not 100% sure about that. But you may want to take a close look before you buy the game if you do have a color blindness problem. The cards are pretty decent quality. The player boards are a little flimsy, but you do have a fair number of them to choose from. I think there's like 6 or 7 or something, which is a lot of choice in the game that only plays 4 players. You have lots of chances to play with different characters that are, have a little bit of a ranking on which their difficulty is, and they all feel a little bit different too. And I think they're pretty thematic as well. Duke Leto is loved in the Landsraad. He is a very well thought of house leader, and so he gets a discount for anything he does there. Plus, he's very good at diplomacy, so he can kind of apply his spice to increase where he is. So I think the theme comes through exceptionally well. Dune is not necessarily just an action film or an action book. There is a lot of behind the scenes intrigue and politics, and like you said, with like breeding programs where the Bene Gesserit have been working on a breeding program for thousands of years, and the guild, you can essentially bribe them for a ton of spice to drop a pile of troops on the planet for you. The Fremen excel at getting into combat, and they have some secret access to water and stuff here, but only if you are well acquainted with them. The Emperor's got flush with cash, but an intrigue and backstabbery. The plot cards, the intrigue cards, add some sneakiness to it. Being able to reveal and add some surprise factors to the combat is really interesting as well, and adds to the idea of, like I said, like the backstabbing and secret technology, and there's like the Hunter Seeker drone, which I didn't purchase, but like they're all very thematic to both the movie and the books, and even drawing from characters from some of the newer books from Brian Herbert, who is Frank Herbert's son. And his writing partner, Kevin J. Anderson, who've worked together to come up with an expanded universe based on Frank Herbert's original notes. So there's a lot more that they've drawn on for this. And the artwork is great. They took a lot of likenesses from the films and from the legendary pictures, which are also behind this game. But they're not pictures. They are using nice colored artwork that is reminiscent of the characters, but is also and the movies, but is also just beautiful on its own too. The board is a little plain, but I'm not sure if I would want it too busy, because it is very functional. It's clean. I do appreciate a clean graphic design. It does make it very easy to see. The House Hagall or the solo decks work very well. So as far as solo gaming does, uh, not only is the House Hagall used to control how the solo player plays, but it also makes the game tighter at lower player counts. As far as the solo player goes, I think as you saw from my playthrough, it keeps the AI characters very competitive, and there are some more advanced rules to crank up the difficulty, which is always nice to see. Especially in a game like this, there's not really any way to generate a high score mode, so a system that emulates how players would play, and things like harvesting spice, about how they specifically target places with the most bonus spice. Just makes sense. Or throwing in troops, when they can, or going for different locations. They do, kind of make sense of how players would play. Obviously, it's not perfect, but I think it does a pretty darn good job at simulating what they would do. So, all in all, this game is a highly positive review from me. I definitely recommend this. I did manage to play this with my children, who are 11 and 13, and they were able to fully grasp the game. I'm not sure if I would play a whole lot younger than that, unless your kids are very proficient gamers. But there's not a lot of complicated edge rules or a lot of reading that is required. Most of it is pretty much simple actions and iconography that can be easily explained to younger audiences. So, however, this is a confrontational game. This is not a friendly, working together kind of board game. So if conflict is something that you're looking for in the board game, and a lot of edge of your seat play, then this is highly recommended for both family and friend groups. Even more serious gamers I've played this with who are have dove headfirst into the hobby, thoroughly enjoy this game. There's also an expansion coming out soon, which I alluded to, the Rise of House X or the House X, which are the house that builds a lot of the technology and sciences behind Dune, and I'm very excited to see what that entails. There's also a deluxe version or a deluxe upgrade kit you can buy that changes cubes for miniatures and changes, these alliance tokens for even fancier miniatures. But it does cost even more than the game does itself. I'd love to get it at some point, just because I love all things Dune. But we'll see. It's hard to get. It only just came out, and I believe you can only get it through the Direwolf website. So I'll put some links in the description. If you've seen the movies or read the books, tell me, what do you think about them? I did manage to see the movies with one of my sons and my father, and we've all read the books and just love the Dune universe. So, what do you think? Do you think the movies kind of held true to the universe? Do you like what they did with some of the designs and things? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know. And meanwhile, please like and subscribe. I'm Will, and this has been a Cardboard Minute. Thanks for watching.